Hello everybody, welcome to my stream tonight over ReZero Season 2. I'm just gonna going over through the settings here real quick to make sure everything's sort of kind of going through and everything's sounding nicely before we go ahead and get started for tonight. Alright, so it seems like everything's going good. So hello everybody, Megazord X here, back at it again to give you another very exciting video for tonight. Yes, I am actually live streaming my ReZero Episode 9 review over the value of life. And my gosh, my golly though, I gotta say, you know what, with this video here, or not this video, but with this episode here, gosh darn, man, there was a lot to kind of unpack within this episode, and honestly, I was sort of kind of relieved for the most part that the fact of the matter that this episode actually managed to give us a lull. Like we've been going through some intense stuff, like seeing them crazy rabbits just, you know, eating Subaru from the inside out. I honestly needed a break from that. Like, it's a sigh of relief though. So we got to see some brand new characters get introduced, some witches, or should I say like some dead witches, be able to get introduced within the series. And you know what, it was just nice to kind of see their different kind of personalities kind of rub off on each other though. But that ending of the episode though, that cliffhanger right there though, oh man, we can't ever stay in the lull within ReZero for that long before, man, they're gonna have to introduce the next plot point though, and probably Death pursuing Subaru within the next episode as well though. So we got all of that to look forward to though. But quite a bit of stuff I had to talk to y'all tonight about for ReZero Season 2 though. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and dive straight up into this episode review of ReZero Season 2. There comes a point in every long-running anime manga series where the character designs start getting progressively more extra, and ReZero has officially reached it. This episode introduces some of the deceased witches such as Pride, Wrath, and Gluttony. Even compared to the other members of ReZero's colorful cast, their personalities are larger than life to the point where their introductions honestly felt like whiplash, like I was going all over the place with their different personalities. On one hand, we definitely needed a palate cleanser after the murderer bunnies from the last episode, on that one hand though. But on the other side, I can't be the only one who thinks that Daphne's character design goes a teensy bit overboard. I mean, literally, look at this girl right here, an underage looking girl in a spider beast bondage coffin. Okay, ReZero, okay, I'm like, I know every anime gotta be an anime in the sense that, you know what, you gotta have weird, crazy, funky designs to make everything unique though, but the way how this little kid looks, okay, whatever, okay. I appreciate that this episode was not as dense as the backstory of the witches as I thought it would be, but instead, the focus is on explaining and contextualizing the events happening immediately around Subaru. We gain a little insight into the mechanisms of return by death, and we even learn about how to deal with the rabbits. The rabbits were also identified in this episode as the Great Rabbit, which is one of the 3 great mob beasts. Now, originally one of the old mob beasts that we actually figured out within the last season was that great white whale, and gosh darn, we saw how much effort it took for Subaru to create that coordinated attack for everyone to go out and try to kill that white whale. Like, that white whale was a big monstrosity in itself though, and you would think that some rabbits aren't as, you know, shouldn't be as difficult to kind of get rid of, but the fact that as long as one remains, they can definitely multiply indefinitely though, so that big problem of being able to wipe out all the rabbits simultaneously at the same time, that's the biggest issue with all of this though. And the larger mysteries is in the extended world of ReZero are almost certainly tied to the witches and the fate that had befallen them long ago. But this episode gives enough direction for Subaru to go on for now while also maintaining the intrigue. Speaking of intrigue, what an ending, huh? This episode marks the first time the witch Satella, why am I saying Satella? Goodness, okay, yeah, Satella has physically appeared in the world, and it's expertly directed, even by ReZero standards. The way how this scene shows the shadows with the lonely figure of the witch gave me some chills. I mean, look at Subaru's face right there. Like that woman literally came up to him and literally tried to hug him like that. Like I don't know about y'all, but when this witch has been freaking me out for the past, who knows how long Subaru has been living in this other world, and literally that thing has been clenching his heart every time he wanted to talk to somebody about Return by Death. Oh shoot, I don't know how this man does it and manage to keep his insanity about him though. But oh gosh, but the way how they show the shadows with this lonely figure, that just gave me too many chills though. But even after everything, I can't bring myself to despise Satella, and I think Subaru has mixed feelings about her as well. Even as he clenches his fist and declares that he won't let her get away with her meddling, the way how Yusuke Kobayashi delivered that last line was hoarse and angry, but I didn't sense any wrath about it. Even when Satella slinks off towards the mansion, presumably to kill Ren along with Petra in her jealousy, even when it strongly implied that she probably took Emilia's body away. Now remember this, because the second that Subaru woke up after talking to Ekidena within the previous episode, Emilia was gone. Emilia was right there before he panicked and went into the tea party area though, but the second he came back, she was gone. Who knows? Satella probably could have took off with her, for all we know at this point in the game though. And then the fact that we also got to see Garfield come over here and actually managed to save Subaru during that moment as well kind of speaks, because everything kind of took a dramatic turn and twist by fate the second he got back from that tea party area. So honestly, at this point in the season, I can't begin to imagine how Subaru will manage to get himself out of his current dilemma. And there are threats everywhere he turns, and his only allies are either, basically at this point, the only allies that he really has really possess like very little fighting power, or dead witches in the world that's not even in the living. But doing the trials on Emilia's behalf seems like Subaru's only way forward at this point. But leaving Emilia by the wayside puts a bad taste in my mouth. In previous arcs, if we were to look back at any kind of other previous arcs, the true solution would basically involve everyone coming together to help each other out. But that's clearly not going to happen in this loop, because Roswell in the post-credit scene literally says, try not to make any mistakes next time. And this scene also confirms that Roswell possesses the second book of prophecy and knows about Return by Death somehow, some way. And that's probably the reason why Roswell has so much faith in Subaru, because if any other regular old man were to try to protect Subaru with Emilia and all of these other different kind of responsibilities he's trying to pass off to him, gosh, I wouldn't even trust Subaru with my life. Like that doesn't even make any sense though. But now it's sort of starting to add up. And this is some very intriguing stuff. But for now, this is yet another run where Subaru has to take the L. And oh gosh, you know what? And that's basically all I have to say about within this review for ReZero Season 2 Episode 9 though. But y'all gotta let me know down in the comment section down below, or in that live chat if y'all happen to be here with me tonight though. Y'all just gotta let me know, what all did you think about this episode over ReZero Season 2? Because I'm like, you know what, it was kind of nice to get that kind of lull and to be able to see those other types of witches over here. And if I can just go ahead and scroll to them though, but literally this one, I didn't mention this earlier though, but this woman literally touched Subaru and literally his arm got cut and chopped off. And I was like, what the heck are these kind of witches to even begin with though? And then you get one with the power of love and kind of stitches it back together though. I'm like, okay, ReZero got some really strange characters. I ain't gonna lie, got some really strange characters though. But honestly, you know what? It was nice to kind of have this little episode play a little bit more within the plot of ReZero in terms of being able to put together and piece together the greater overall thing, like, and figure out exactly how in the world is Subaru going to be able to change his destiny, as the way Ekidana basically sort of kind of described with his powers, to be able to find a way where he's going to be able to find, you know, the greatest possible outcome though. But you know, that new witch that's, you know, on the way to the mansion though, she ain't, I don't know, she might not let that happen though. But you know what, I'm really stoked and excited to see what's going to come up next within episode 10 though. But we're almost there, we're almost done with this whole entire, at least the first half of the season, before we get the split curve, and it'll be back within January hopefully, as long as COVID ain't a pain in the butt though. But we're almost there, so it's kind of hard to kind of, you know, just kind of wrap that up in your mind though. But yeah, if you really like this review, go ahead and hit that like button, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and that bell to stay up to date on all things ReZero Season 2 that I'm covering this season, y'all. So remember, y'all, until whatever video I make next, see y'all.